the way Rosh Chodesh works is very interesting. You have to learn the mechanics. On Rosh Chodesh Tishrei, famously known as Rosh Hashanah, the world goes into a dormant state. It's called, in the words of the Zohar, dormita. Dormita means that the world goes to sleep. And it starts from the nighttime when we go to shul, and what happens there is all the year's abundance, all the previous year's abundance, all the shefa that was there for Tafshin Pei goes back up to the Shamayim, never to return again. And during this dormant state, up until the following morning, when the shofar is blown, that's when the new shefa of the upcoming year comes down to the world. Now, all that shefa is all that abundance is a year's worth of abundance. That's the entire year. So let's call Rosh Hashanah the fulfillment center. This huge warehouse where all your blessings are being stored. Now it's your job to check yourself into a Rosh Chodesh, every Rosh Chodesh, to get the spiritual abundance for that month. That's why it's very important to get plugged into Rosh Chodesh. Because whatever was given to you on Tishrei is available, a withdrawal is available on Rosh Chodesh. And once you do your work on Rosh Chodesh, then on a daily basis, you have to go take your daily allowance in your Tefillat Shafrit. And that's how it works. That's the mechanics of Rosh Chodesh. And if you want to imagine it, imagine that everything in Costco needs to come to your home. Will it fit? No. You gotta go to Costco 2 to 3 times a week to just bring a little bit of what you need. And eventually, maybe all of Costco does end up in your home after a year. But nevertheless, that's the way that it works. The shefa comes down on Rosh Hashanah. We draw from it every single month on Rosh Chodesh. And on a daily basis, we take from it in the time of Shafrit. And then also corresponds to the man. Remember, the man would spoil after a certain hour. Similarly, how the Shafrit ends, the time of prayer ends at a certain hour. The time of Shema ends at a certain hour. It expires. Similarly is the ability to draw the abundance of that day into your life. That's why it's so important to get plugged into Rosh Hashanah and be focused on those 48 hours. That's why it's so important to get plugged into every single Rosh Chodesh and do the spiritual work of that month. Not just on the first 2 days or the 1 day of Rosh Chodesh, but the other 30 days. And that's why it's so important to go to pray every day, especially in the minyan.